What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Learn, Plant, and Profit. Hope that you guys are all having a great start to the morning. Just so you guys can see, no working orders, no filled orders, no canceled orders, no rolling strategies. Just focusing on the day-to-day. How are we all doing today? We doing good? What's up? What's up? Alrighty. All right, here we go. Overall, natural gas has been selling off. I thought it was actually doing a pretty good job and then just continued to sell off. It kind of changed directions right around 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, right? It's been making low lows ever since, unfortunately, right? If you guys look at this on the 180-day chart, it doesn't look too bad. One of the things that I do want to point out is we experienced something very similar a couple months back, and then it pulled back. A lot of people thought that it was going to bounce off of the SMA line. This is just a perfect reminder that, it doesn't always have to. Yes, it can, just like anything can happen, but altogether, don't sell yourself on the idea that it has to bounce here. It can continue to sell off based off of previous patterns, right? So it has the support that it's built before, 2.40, and even that is not certain within itself. So does that all make sense? Do you guys understand why I'm saying this? People are continuing to remind one another that, hey, natural gas sold off a lot. It's bound to reverse. Let's hold it, all that stuff. I just want to remind you, ignore what everyone else is saying and ask yourself, does it make sense, or are you being hopeful? That's all I'm here to remind you, every day. So I just want to make sure that there's an idea and an intention behind what it is that you are doing. One of the things I also want to pull up is that /CL is beginning to show signs of consolidation up here. So overall, not too sure if we're going to continue to see a rally and continue this overall uptrend, right? And making these like lower highs in a sense, and actually making higher highs, or if we're actually just going to begin to pull back down to that SMA line. So again, make sure that you keep a close eye, not only on the day. If you're day trading it, then great, so be it. But make sure that if you're going in for a swing trade, that you understand the way that it trades. So do you think meditation helps in trading? I have no experience with meditation. I don't meditate myself. So try it. Let me know if it helps you out. Just because it helps some people out, or maybe because it doesn't help others, is indifferent, right? Some people meditate, some people do yoga, some people don't do anything, and they're just fine. So you do whatever works for you. Don't be afraid to try new things. And, people are always going to have their own opinion from their own experiences. But, hey, why not try it out yourself? It doesn't cost you anything, just your time, right? And you think it's relaxing. So Tesla, let's check that out. Wow, okay, 256. A lot of movement during the pre-market session. So what is this? Okay, so Tesla's talking about expansion to other countries, right? That's what the idea behind this is. So it's not just states anymore. But I'm guessing to make it more cost effective to have like other gigafactories. I think it said Berlin, China, stuff like that, right? Natural gas selling off. Look at that. Aggressive sell-off. Oh, that would have been nice. D-gas at 118. Crude oil looking a little bit more overbought on the more overbought and overextended. Natural gas looking a little bit more oversold, but I think it still has a little bit more margin to give off. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but the MACD still showing signs that it can potentially sell off a little bit more. Experiencing some kind of a resistance. Oh, there it goes. Crude oil pushing. How's this look for DWT? Will we make higher highs? Let's see. There we go. Back at, oh my goodness. I did not expect that. Look at that, still running. Guys, crude oil is a monster within itself. Look at that. Sheesh. Wow. That's some scary stuff. Well, congrats to all those that are in crude oil, right? And UWT. So that makes sense, right? But as of right now, it's not looking too hot for those that are in DWT. It should pull back, but we'll see. The market just opened, so the direction could always change, right? Not getting filled. We'll pull it back a little bit. Sold UWT. Woo woo. I like it. Congrats. Looks a little bit more on the overbought side, overextended, right? I think that we could all agree on that. Natural gas being an overall downtrend, it's approaching the EMA line. Again, it's been aggressively selling off, and there it goes. D-gas back at, let's see. Okay, there it goes. Pushing right back up. Can we break above 118? We'll see. See, guys. Hey, what's going on, Matt? What's up? What's up? You love trading Roku, don't you, Danson? Nice to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Here it goes, a little pullback for the boys. We're really riding the CMA line. I think that we can get a solid push. So again, 100 shares, $11,000. That's about like 1/5 of what I would plan to go in with. So we'll see. A sucker for Roku. You cracked me up, Danson. Oh, here it goes. On natural gas, we're beginning to make lower lows possibly. Let's check this out. Here it goes, pulling back. Crude oil still pushing up. Natural gas trying to push up a little bit. Not bad. There it goes, pulling back. Natural gas trying to rip a little bit. Oh, thank you, Brittany. Let's see. I don't know why the fans are running, so I don't know if you guys could hear it, but AMD with a huge push. I don't see what's going on. Can you guys let me know what's going on with AMD? Why such the big push? Here we go, team. About to get filled. Oh, there it goes. Got filled with 100 shares at 117. Oh, and that was a solid drop. So we're at the middle VWAP. We're gonna now play that song, How Low Can You Go? Let's see how we looking. $17. Ludicrous. Alright, just gonna stay a little patient with this. Crude oil is still pushing, looks very overbought, very overextended, right? No question about that. Where are all my people looking at crude oil? Are you guys watching it? What are you guys looking for? I like that. Okay. Alright, I'm going to set my alert for crude oil. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I think it looks interesting. I think it's something worth watching. You don't have to trade it. For all those that are watching for the first time, for the first month, that are still new to all this, I would not encourage you to partake in something that moves this aggressively. Even this is not even like a penny stock or a momentum stock or a pump and dump or anything like that. But I would say that it moves quick enough that maybe if you're a complete beginner or still learning how to enter, exit, and stop loss, probably not something that you actually want to put real money in, right? If you want to practice it, that's up to you. But at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with watching, right? Seeing where you would enter, seeing where you would exit according to plans, right? Like look at the MACD, look at the RSI. What would be confirmation for you? Just have fun with it. There's nothing wrong with that. Again, you're trading to learn. You don't have to be trying to trade to profit as soon as you're getting started, right? Ooh, look at that. A little green for the boys. Ooh-wee. All right. Oh, I got filled. I did not expect to get filled that quick. All right. How are we looking? Ooh. How much did I try to buy? 3,000? Oh, we're beginning to consolidate. How's crude oil looking? What do you guys think about crude oil? Locked in that 1%, done for the day, fam. Go get that money, y'all. I like that, Kurt's Garage. Dude, you've been hitting your goal pretty... I've noticed two things from your comments. You've been either hitting your goal pretty consistently, or you don't take a trade and you're okay with it. You just call it a day. And I love that. I love the focus on discipline, right? At least for me. That's something that I can easily say when I was first getting started. That was, that and risk management were one of my biggest areas of opportunity. I was over trading. I didn't think about so much of it as an opportunity. I just felt like, I almost needed to take a trade. So I like that. Crude oil is pulling back a little bit. Definitely something that we want to keep a close eye on, right? Just to even watch, right? Here we go. Yeah, so let's show some hands for Kurt's Garage. Let's see, setting my alerts. Watch out for crude oil, guys. I'm just reminding you, and I know you guys all know, right? Just a friendly reminder. Crude oil, if anything, sometimes when it's very bullish, it's super bullish and it won't pull back. So it's pulling back, but it's not selling off. So again, the EMA line is still here. It's still above the EMA line. Let's please not sell ourselves on the position and not be afraid to, allow that opportunity to present itself. Like, if there's anything to be patient on, I would personally say, and show, feel free to show, to show your hands if you've ever had a bad experience with crude oil because it's super bullish or, super bearish. Depending on what side you're on, it could either be, very rewarding, right? You literally have to do nothing and it just continues to rip. So I've been on that side, but I've also been on the side where, it just continues to sell off and you just have to manage your risk. So no reason to force the trade, nothing like that. Let's have fun and enjoy the process. All right, guys, looks like DGAS might be turning around for me. I'm going to try to stay a little patient, but if I see higher highs on DGAS, I'm going to have to manage my risk. So it's bummy, it sucks, but it's part of the game, right? So we're down $30 so far, not bad. Right now, this is kind of what I have showing. So I just want to move this around just so I have an order ready to sell. It's trying to push up the MACD and all that, showing signs that it could potentially sell off. Maybe checking this out. Okay. I should have paid a little bit more attention on the 1-day 5-minute chart. Do you guys see this? Do you guys see the MACD and the RSI and how it's formulating this little reversal that is trying to push up? It's still below the EMA line, so we don't have confirmation in a sense, but it would make sense, right? It would make sense. I didn't really see that on the 1-day 1-minute chart. Perfect example on why to keep an eye on both sides. So we'll see. We'll see which way we go. I felt like that trade made sense. If not, we'll just manage our risk and we'll kind of go from there. But here it goes. Oh, wow. It pulled back a little bit. So that's good for me. DGAS, we're back in the green. Okay. We'll see if we can continue. I want to answer any questions you guys might have. So for those that are tuning in for the first time, do you know why? I'm not saying to buy it. That's not what I'm saying. But do you understand why I purchased DGAS instead of UGAS, right? Do you understand why? What pattern I saw? If not, I need you to ask. I need you to just voice it. Just voice it as in, no, I don't understand, or yes, I do. I'm overall direction. Yeah, overall direction was definitely one of my main focus, right? And then I began to see it on the 1-day 1-minute charts. Yeah, so overall downtrend on natural gas. And then I saw that natural gas pushed up a little bit, right? Which made it attractive for me as I saw then natural gas to be more overbought with the overall descending direction. That looked bullish for me on DGAS, right? I understand, pulled away, no explanation. Didn't get full confirmation. I do agree on that. So I do agree, right? But the overall direction was just, it looked so promising to me that I was okay. I mean, my first position was with 100 shares. Now it's definitely a little bit more aggressive, but do you see how I added more to my position size as it confirmed, what I saw? Does that make sense? Let's see if we can see a pretty solid drop. I don't know, it's consolidating here enough that... Yeah, do you think that you could draw out the support and resistance that you see? So there's one of two things, right? There's a descending support and a descending resistance that I would see with this, but that's pretty much like the middle and top view, or the middle and bottom VWAP. One of the things that I'm looking at is like, where would I plan to potentially cut losses as we break above the SMA line? I really don't want to, middle VWAP, I don't even know if I want to hold that long if it, begins to push up. Where do I plan to sell? Based off of previous patterns, I could see that 2.58 could be a potential support. So if we were to sell off to around 2.58, hey, I would not be against locking in profits. Do you get what I mean? Oh, it looks like it's trying to pick right back up again. There it goes. So yeah, sorry, I would draw, so this is ideally where I would want to sell, right? So as natural gas sells off, as natural gas is at this potential support, DGAS is most likely at a potential resistance, so then I would want to lock in profits. That's the idea that I have. If this thing begins to push up and begins to maybe change direction, then I'm going to want to cut losses on my position on DGAS, right? Oh, here we go. Did that make sense, Alex? Yeah or no? So right now, again, the support and resistance, as this is a descending pattern, it's not a horizontal pattern. I see it more in between the middle and bottom VWAP, right? That's kind of the flow. Really the SMA line and the bottom VWAP. That's the flow, right? But with my entries and my exits, I saw 2.59 to be overextended, and I saw 2.58 to be more on the oversold side. So if I think about that with DGAS, as we're closer to 2.59, it looks like we're at more of a support for DGAS. As we're closer to 2.58 for natural gas, I look like I'm closer to the resistance on DGAS. I hope that made sense. For those that understand the correlation between the two, that should. For those that don't, are probably like, Ricky, you're the worst at explaining that. But yeah, so talking about crude oil. Okay, so looks like we were correct, right? Crude oil doing a lot of consolidation here, right? So it's still above the EMA line, still trying to act bullish. Try getting out break even. I still don't see there to wait, are you talking about my DGAS position? I wouldn't say that. I mean, I can definitely see why, you'd potentially want to get out. There's no complete change of direction, and there's always some form of risk when you take a position, right? Especially as it begins to potentially change. But I still see the opportunity cost to be worth it. I wouldn't say, like if I were to cut losses here, of course, I would reduce my loss, but I'm not giving it the chance to fulfill itself. Do you kind of get what I mean? I'm not saying that's the best idea. I'm just saying that like every single time if I take a trade and it just for a little bit doesn't go exactly according to plan, there is no break of pattern. It's just the idea that, I'm down. So therefore I'm going to cut losses. Like I just don't, every time I take a trade, I'm okay. I accept that I'm not going to just always make a profit. I accept that there is a position for a loss. But that's my job as a day trader, right? To manage it. I just feel like if I do cut losses here, right? I would be, I'm up now. But I was down. So like, let's say I do break even, right? I'm just not allowing my trades to fulfill itself. So even if it does even if I do end up having to cut losses and I lose $200, I still felt like it was worth the trade. Make sense? No, I get it. So yeah, this 180-day SMA line. So I could also see what it is that you mean by maybe a bad idea is not, I don't know if you guys have ever done this, maybe not for those that are under the PDT rule because it might become a little bit more difficult, but maybe as a trade begins to not go according to plan right away and you already added more to your position size, maybe sell a couple of your shares, right? Try to break even and maybe go back to a smaller position size. That's not the worst idea. I can definitely see that. Does that make sense? Have you guys ever thought of that? Like, okay, it's beginning to almost change directions. I'm feeling less comfortable. I'm feeling more weary about my trade. Maybe just I'm going to sell a couple back of my shares at the break even or at a minimal loss so I feel more confident in giving it this, flexibility or cushion to move around. Did you add more to your position? I thought you were buying 100 shares. Oh no, Dan, I bought 100 shares and then I bought 200 more once it began to push up and then I bought 80 more as it pushed up even more. I only added more as it indicated signs of an uptrend for Diaz. Dang, we're almost at 30 minutes. Oh, we are at 30 minutes because I went live a little early. Yeah, 28 minutes. That's crazy. Does it feel like 30 minutes? Are you guys like already bored of me? Oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to be fast. I'll show you where I did it just so you could see. So I bought, right, 100 shares, and then I bought again with 200 shares, and then I bought 80, right, at 17.30. So of course. I think it looks pretty solid. I'm looking at it at my second screen over here on my right-hand side, maybe your left-hand side because I'm over here. But I think, it's definitely not making higher highs. One of the things that I am seeing in the end, this might just be me because I'm kind of paranoid. But do you guys see how it's making these little ascending? Let's see. Can we sell off a little bit? A little sell off for the boys? I don't think it. There it goes. A full $83, $106. I'm not laughing that that's a little bit. I'm just saying that. Well, yeah, but maybe we should just close out the trade, right? Let it that was our first trade of the day. Not bad, $100, even if it's like $50 or $80. Yeah, maybe we should. Staying for the crude oil report. Oh, that was my mistake, guys. It was Veterans Day on Monday, and the crude oil report got pushed back on Thursday. So both the natural gas report and the crude oil report are tomorrow. I do apologize. I made an announcement in the group chat, and that's why I tagged everyone again saying that I'm going live again. I do apologize for that. But yeah, the report is not today. It'll pop once you sell. All right, let me do you guys a favor and let me just sell for all those in DGAS, just so it could go bloop, right? Oh, look at that. Change of direction again. Is there a gold report? No. Not that I know of, but gold is a commodity that, you know, like, I mean, natural gas and crude oil is like extracted from the earth. Gold is kind of like, you know, not, I mean, it is like mined, but yeah, no, not anymore. Maybe during the gold rush, hey, maybe. Little ancestors trying to trade the little gold report. That'd be pretty nice. Aha, okay, Dan. I'll take that as a compliment then. Yeah, we're not making higher highs, but we're also not making lower lows. First trade this week, 1%. I'm happy. I like that. If you feel comfortable, you feel confident with your trade. It shouldn't even matter if you take a small loss. And I know this might sound weird, and for those that are experienced and actually understand what they're doing, I know that they'll agree with me, because if you're just getting started, but you're learning, that's the biggest thing. If you're actually learning about, you know, your position, if you're actually learning about what's going on and you felt comfortable and confident with the overall trade, I feel like that's much more rewarding than, you know, a hopeful trader that just trades based off someone else's suggestion or opinion. That's just me, and I know, but I just want to remind you that even if you take a small loss and you manage your risk, I think that's more rewarding than a lot of people that just trade based off other people's opinion. Let's see. A little sell-off for the boys. Why is my thing not filling? Day 117.6, 380 shares. There it goes. Filled. Woo! None of my noise is working. My alerts, all that stuff. Oh. Did I sell too early? 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Oh. There it goes. Pushing a 118. Hey, first trade. First trade, not bad. Not the best. Not the worst. $190. That's actually better than I expected. 190. Not bad for one trade. You held for the consolidation and sold before the push. What's new? 118, 118.10. Look at that. 118.20. Hey, but were we right though? The idea was there. Maybe my position size was too big that I didn't feel comfortable, right? Whatever. It's my first trade. Just trying to get a feel of the day. Yeah, it still sucks, but hey. So I'm just gonna calculate very quickly how much did I miss out on. So that would have been, let's say I would have sold at 18, because that was kind of the idea I had in mind. So from 18, I sold at 17.65. That's 35 cents per share, and I had 380 shares. So 30 cents, 380. Shoot, I don't know how much that is. There it goes. 1850. Oh. Hey, that would have been my daily goal already. I know that for sure. 2 minutes early. Okay. Not bad. All right, guys. But yeah, that is pretty much it. That was just one quick little trade. Total of 4 orders. Some of you guys might be like, what the heck? I thought that was one day trade. It was. I bought, and then I bought one more set. So that's 3 orders and then 1 sell. That's 4, right? So it's not 4 day trades. It's just 4 orders. So a lot of people get confused with that. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this little live trading session. I feel like we answered a couple questions. I know it was not the most money that was made during the live trading session, but I think the idea was there about seeing an opportunity, having some form of risk management, staying true during the consolidation, and then I locked in profits when I thought it made sense. I obviously could have made a lot more, but green is definitely better than red, right? I think that we can all agree on that. But I really do appreciate your guys' time. If you guys have any questions about today's live trading session, just direct message me on Discord, and I'd love to answer that for you guys. But yeah, it's Wednesday, right? Yeah, Wednesday. Let's enjoy it. Let's allow that opportunity to present itself. Don't force a trade. You don't even have to take a trade today. If you're not feeling the market, if you're kind of weary about taking a position, take a day off, right? Easiest way for me to put it. If you just want to watch or practice, then find out a way to either do it like, on demand, simulation, or just write it down and just watch the charts if you just want to become more familiar with it and go from there. So did you check out Quartz? I did, Jason. I really do appreciate that. But the expected time that it was going to take to use Quartz was pretty much the same time as granite. And I think when it comes down to selling a home, it does make a difference, when you go with granite versus quartz. I know it still looks very similar, but just the idea of saying that we have granite countertops, it usually can't get much better than that, right? Maybe marble countertops, that would be different. But yeah, all of that should be getting to what's it called, fabricated and stuff like that, and so have you seen cocoa beans? I don't know what that is. So quartz is more in demand. Maybe this is just I asked Lenny about quartz, which is like the real estate agent that I work with when it comes down to like flipping the homes, and he still suggested for me to go with granite. So I'm excited to see. I'm excited to also test out, and maybe I can take on the idea of quartz on one future project. So cocoa, bulk beans, commodity. I have not. No, feel free to send over the ticker symbol. I'd be more than happy to check it out. But there's going to be an update video for 2 things. I know we've been all over the place because of the different projects that we have been going on. You guys see it more than anyone else. Not only with just our day trading that we're focusing on every day with our Learn Plan Profit team, but working towards getting that dealership and applying for the license. That's something that we're going to be making a video on, kind of the whole process, what we've learned. And for all those that are buying and reselling cars and maybe one day want to move in to opening their own dealership, what we did to make the process a little bit more efficient. The second thing is this flip. So there's going to be an update with the flip and the before and after. So I'm excited to see that as well. Yep. I appreciate that, Jay. Thank you. So it looks like we just had a huge push on the gas. Pretty big drop on natural gas. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. Hope and wish you guys an amazing rest of your day. So Salstone Quartz. All right. I'll search that up literally right after this live stream. I'll check it out. So alrighty. Thank you guys again for your time. Wish you guys an amazing and blessed day. Again, don't forget to enjoy the day, and like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.